gonna get to stabbing people. You know what's so cool? Javazon's like the barbarian in some way or another because they have their own personal stuff. Can you go through like their skill tree and that? They get a certain thing like Fen is like kind of like a whirlwind, but stationary because you hit a lot of people up front. They like hits like a circle. Jab is like Zeal. I don't know how many times it hits, but it hits really quick. And then of course you got all your other stuff and your passive stuff. This stuff gets really cool. Critical. Look at that shit. 46% chance to do double damage. That is astounding. Obviously, you don't need it if you're using, like, I don't think it does with electric. You got dodge. Melee attacks when attacking. Dodging has a chance to dodge melee attacks. Now, normally you don't get these up too much. This one's good. Missiles. Evasion is when you're running and walking. Invasion, I mean, yeah, you never want to give up. Valkyrie itself is actually really powerful, so normally you don't want to get these up too high. Like one level of each is all you need, really. Because Valkyrie is actually really good. Normally you get up Valkyrie in that, and now that you can get up Guided Arrow with multi-shot, and then you get Strafe, which you really don't need Strafe. Only thing you really need is Guided Arrow and multi-shot. Like Evolution Arrow. Immolation Arrow is average. Can't say it's the best. Honestly, the cold area of this is actually a lot better. And then of course you got the javelins on. You get all four of these. You don't really have to. I think, yeah, these three go hand to hand. All three of these go hand in hand. These are the three you actually want to get up. That you can get up, but you don't need to get up that because that's absolutely pointless. But if you use a poison thing, you only need to get up two. Like I said, I think poison, yeah, the poison gets up as it goes. It's the only bad thing about poison. So I'm going to go through this again. At least that's what I know. So the only bad thing about most poison, there's not a lot of good poison-based things. Like the javelin. Poison javelin is good. Plague javelin's good. Because it explodes on that. That's the only problem with. Yeah, I'll tell you what, getting up all that invasion shit is amazing. Yeah, I was trying to stay up yesterday. I did way too much of that stuff. But anyway, we're talking about some stuff right here, and this is a big, big, big thing. It has to do with my dad and that, and the problems that he has with trusting people. So basically, what's been happening, my parents have been going through like a mutual like display of like hitting it when it hurts, kind of like feelings type things, and like my dad's one of those guys. He always seems to be scared to express feelings, especially his own feelings. You know, he gets very, I guess, upset about certain things that happen. So basically, what it is, this is what I grew up with. This is the reason why I had to change myself. I'm not the person that you guys see. I'm like the person that I changed myself so much that I'm not exactly the same person. Like, I mean, I always had an open mind. Always had an open mind. And like for what I see with my parents and that, especially my dad, and like this is a very important psychological thing because this is the reason why a lot of people would say will have tremendous amount of issues with their parents and that I'm just trying to get it all in my head in that because it's a lot to take in, a lot to talk about. So basically, what it is when people don't how am I gonna put this? I think my big ass yawn. Oh my fucking god. Big ass yawn. Oh, I'll be right back. I'll get some water real quick. See, I do a lot of push-ups today. I've been slacking on my push-ups. Well, anyway, okay, let's do this. I always see that when people don't talk about problems in the way that actually they do happen, it's a very huge psychological hold on that person, and you can tell because a lot of people have that kind of thing where they'll sit there and be like, why is this person not talking about this? Why is this person not, given all the details, or if more or less given details that are not 100% true. So like you do what you call half-truths. You'll put this stuff in that you know that doesn't affect you. Like for instance, my dad said something, my mom was, I guess, talking to him and whatever and not. And basically he pulls the victim card. And the victim card, if I can explain it, is basically all about selfishness. Pure, utter selfishness. And the people themselves tend to try to not do that as much as they, can. But when they believe that they're being attacked over their actual personality, and this is where it comes in, they feel like they have to falter and say, that wasn't me. And they'll keep on doing that. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. Kind of thing. They do it quite a bit. And like, you can see it in their eyes that they know it was them. It's like when a kid says about not making a mistake. It comes out when you're a child. Oh no! When parents do this shit, no! It wasn't your fault. It was this thing's fault. Yeah, the milk just flew out of the freaking cup. You might drop it on the floor, but the milk dropped it on the floor, and that's where you get a psychological effect where they never blame themselves for their fucking spilt milk. That's why they call it don't fuss over spilled milk. It's a personal preference of saying, tell the truth, stop being such a chump, tell the truth, understand where it comes from, and engage it to be known that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to spill your milk unless you do it on purpose. And you're just an asshole. Then that's an issue. The thing is, that's what people do. And it's not everybody, of course. It's just a certain personality out there. And you can tell. It's people with less confidence. People that they think they have nothing to show. And they think they don't know how to be happy. There's a learning curve with this shit. There's a learning curve with being happy. You're not just happy because of, knowing when you're a child and that, and like you just had simple excitements. That is true. Simple excitements make everybody happy, You watch a video game or, watch a movie, watch an anime and that. I remember being like that. What level am I on anyway? I need to be 16. Wow, I'm rather low for this part.
I need mana.
Bitch. Yeah, let's grab this. This is better. 45 of accuracy. Or dexterity, my bad. But basically what happened is, my mom gets in conversation with my dad. My mom wants to tell the truth about how he is. And he knows how he is, but he never likes to express it. Because he doesn't like it, so he doesn't think, oh, fuck expressing it, fuck changing it. I'm just going to be like this. And he always likes to get the mutual opinions of random people that are not actually part of our family, and to try to get on his side. You know what people say? There's always someone that's going to agree with you. It's not far-fetched. The thing is, it's not the family, though. And when someone needs, it's like when someone needs help with something, you can go to your friends and that. Friends normally should help you. But family's always the one that's going to tell you the flat-out truth. I will tell the truth about how myself is and how, say another person is. That's not like the biggest problem, that people tend to not want them to be known. And they said, why do you talk about all your stuff in that? Because it's the truth. Yes, I got a sex doll. I'm a single man. Is it not the truth? Of course it is. And I sneeze a lot. Is that not the truth? Well, you can say, no, I wasn't a sneeze. People, like when you stream that, or when you show yourself to the world, oh my God, you see how much they change from camera to real life? And then you get people that don't change at all. Like me. There's really no difference. You know why? I'm confident in myself, and I don't give a shit what people think. You know, I was talking to the girls at work about, my sex style and that. This is educational, YouTube, because, you can't wrap your brain around what I say, because you guys are idiots anyway, but at least I would say the bigger corporate people are, but whatever. And, yeah, I said that, and I said it, they did a joke thing, they kind of like bashed me over that, like they think it's not okay. I said, what's wrong with that? Well, I think it's kind of funny that I'm like, you know why they were thinking that? It was very obvious, because they couldn't understand why such an attractive man like myself would need something when they can get the real thing. I'm like, okay. Get the real thing. Do I want the real thing? Do I? I am bringing myself up to be a pussy chaser. I could easily do it. It's not on my mind because I don't give a shit. Some people just care about it a lot. Like, oh, these Brody men, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. Brody boats, or whatever the fuck they do. They care a ridiculous amount about it. They'll do whatever it takes to sit there and brag and say, yeah, I screwed that girl. Yeah, that's my bitch. Or whatever the fuck they want to say about stupid ass garbage shit. And they do. I said, that's stupid. I said, what's the point? Because it makes you a man. My version of a man is to try to be dedicated to that person. But nowadays, it's hard for that dedication to happen sometimes. Because people don't do it as much anymore. And it's sad. Because it just makes it worse for everybody else. It does. Like people, like I talked to a lot of girls and they're like, I just don't like dating guys and that. I'm like, that's because you're dating guys on freaking date sites. You need to date an actual man and someone in real life like you would back then in the old days. Stop going on date sites. Profiles can be slightly faked. Not saying 100% fake, no. But they can be faked to a certain extent. And then when you actually date them, you just look at their pictures and that. It's the first thing you do. You look at the pictures. You look at how attractive looking they are. You look at how skinny they are, how in good shape they are. Blah 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 blah. That's all you and you get to know the person. But it's a pointless effort because I sat on a day. I see people do it, even myself. I'll sit on a date site for freaking hours, just swiping through stuff I liking, trying to talk, trying to do this, trying to do that, and like people say, "Oh, you'll find someone. You can find someone." Yeah, they have a Facebook dating thing right now where you go through Facebook and pick out what you like in that, and you talk to them, that you interact with them, and see if they like you back. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm getting flirted around with all the time. And now that I'm being more charmful instead of being more super logical, because I tend to be more logical sometimes, I end up saying a lot of stupid shit. But that's how I brought myself up to be. A lot, a critical thinking person. When I see people that go to bars and drink, or when I see people smoke too much weed in that, or smoke vape in that, I say, why do you do all that? You don't need to. There's supplements that are great out there that help generate natural, like, mood inhibitors in your brain to release good moods. Like, you don't need to do all that. It's cheaper too. I mean, CBD oil is expensive. There's some of it out there that I looked at from the supplement superstores. It's massively expensive. It's like $35 for like 5 milligrams per drop, or for like 2 drops, something like that. That's why they have ones that are like 100 milligrams. It's literally like, it's like $300 fucking dollars. It's ridiculous. Does it work? Yeah, it works really well. It's a nerve relaxer. It's like drinking a beer. Just drink a fucking beer. Beer has calories. Drink a light calorie beer. They still have alcohol in it. People have been drinking beer for the longest time to regenerate themselves. I'm like, what? Regenerate? Yeah, regeneration, because it lowers down the nervous system, it lowers down the muscle fatigue, and that it actually causes your blood to get thinner instead of being so cocked up. That's the reason why a lot of people, that have a couple beers here and there, someone, they'll buy a fucking, they'll buy like a 24 pack and they'll drink like 3 beers a day. That's nothing. That's like nothing wrong with that at all. They do. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not a big drinker. After like 2 beers, I'm pretty buzzed. And people say, that's pathetic. I'm like, because people like drink massive amount. Like one of my girlfriends and I, she likes drinking that because she's, I guess, miserable, whatever it is. like. When we were talking that, I always ask her, and I'm like, why are you so miserable in that? Like, you have such a great life. You know, you do whatever you want to do. You have lots of money in that. And it's like, what do you want? You want a relationship. Holy fucking shit. Dude, fuck me up. That says you want a relationship in that.
Thanks.
That's cool. I said, why don't you just date me then? Instead of dating all these, you know, people that you're actually not attracted to. And it's sad to see that you're like actually doing stuff with these people and that. It's gotta be like, but I like you. Why don't you just give me a chance? Oh, because you're too attractive looking. What the hell's that to do with anything? That's a good thing. That means that you should enjoy yourself more, right?
I need a key.
Right? No? Well, because you're picky. Picky? I already told, and I tell people exactly what I like about them. I always will say this. You can always lose weight if you choose to be healthier. You learn, you use knowledge to learn how body works, you will always be healthier. You think women that are skinny and that stay in good shape don't learn how the body works? Of course they do. They learn it. They go through it. They say, okay, I can't eat. I gotta eat more protein. I can't eat as much sugar. If I eat too much sugar, then I'll have to go do some calorie deficit stuff, cardio, or you know, do some muscle building stuff. Do squats and quad extensions. Do something that you know burns off these calories. Exactly what they do. That's amazing. Honestly, I would like to be with this girl. I like the way she looks. She's got great qualities to her that I like. I enjoy her attitude. She doesn't like that I talk a lot because she doesn't like to express herself at all. I mean, unless she's like fully actually like likes to do it when she's confident enough to do it. So just do it. I'm scared people are gonna judge me. Let them judge you. We have gone through so much as we get older. And people are still worried about judgmental shit. I don't care. The only ones that judge me are men. That's it. Men judge me a lot. Some men just hate me because I have a luxury that they don't have. Some men don't even give a shit. They're cool with it. They're like, yeah, brother, you look good. They're more into that thing. It's like, you're going to find out that some people just look better than you. But it doesn't mean that you don't have confidence in yourself that you can guide. Like some women aggressively like to talk about me getting too much. They think I get too much pussy. They think I get too much. I mean, like I have a girl that's laying on my bed right now that you can't see off camera. It's gonna be, you know, sitting there and giving me love after this. No, that would be nice, but no. So I don't want anything to be pushed to that way. He goes, I don't. It's not about that. That might shit recharge a little bit. So that girl would actually accept me and actually just say, hey, fine, I'll do it. Then I'd be done. I really enjoy this person. I've known her for a long ass time. She's subbed to me in that, you know, and I've seen her in person. I wasn't on dates. I look at their old pictures up. Honestly, no, like I did. I've seen pictures of her and that. She sent me, you know, some pictures and that, bragging about, you know, certain things and about the way she looks and that. That's great. That's amazing. I enjoyed it. Like, I was just like, yeah, keep going. You know, we're talking about weight loss and that. It is beautiful. It is always beautiful. But the biggest thing you have to get rid of is being scared of people's judgment. That's the one I found in Act 2, or Act 1. It's actually not a bad axe. I just don't care for it. Don't need it. But, yeah, it's... kind of like, okay. Things when a guy tries and tries and tries and tries, I've tried multiple times with this person, and like it blows my mind. Like, how can you be that scared of the dude that literally has expressed himself saying, "Yes, I like you. I want to get close to you. I want to hang out with you. I want to, you know, do things with you and that," and then not do it? That just blows my mind. I'm like, why not? I firmly went out. They were talking about it at work and that. I went out and they think I'm playing. And it's just like, you girls are just about as dumb as guys are when it comes down to how guys feel, how girls feel. That, I thought they were talking about tacos. That the tacos sound great, like actual good, authentic tacos and that. I said, okay, well, who's gonna take me on a date? Raise your hand. It was spontaneous. Well, they'll look at me. I said, none of you girls are willing to date me. Are you kidding me? Oh, like 2 girls, and they just had their hands on like, and they're all smiling. That they think I'm playing. I'm like. That is how stupid it is. Are you for real? I'm like, I'm not. I'm literally asking. Nothing? You know what a cop woman would do? 100%, let's do this. Thank you. Someone's got to do something. I thought you were kidding. That's because you're an idiot. Stop thinking everything's a fucking joke. It's not a joke. Stop it. The one girl, you know, I would love to date her now. I would love to, you know, go out there right now if I could. You know, interact with her, talk about stuff and that. Like, I met her, we were up at, I was up at, Buffalo Wild Wings, and she was up there and that I saw, and I went right up to her, started talking to her and that, so I interacted with her and that. And she was blown away. She was like super shy and around me, and I was flirting with her and I tried to talk to her. And her waitress got jealous. Because as soon as I came in, normally you pinpoint who you like. The waitress got jealous. I called it out. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I'm like, your waitress is jealous over me talking to you. She doesn't know that we're just friends and that I haven't seen you in a while and that. So, you know, I did. I flirted with her and that. I got her number and that. Again. And I said, we should do this sometimes. Me and you just going out and that, you know. But she doesn't want to do. Like, she, like, I'm trying to understand this. Like, you have a huge luxury line. And, like, you went from, like, one, like, piece of shit emotional dick face to another one. And, like, the dude left you for obviously really dumb reasons. And you're torn apart about it. But I come in to talk to you about it. It's like the golden keys right in front of you. You're taking these rusty, shitty-looking keys. The golden keys right in front of you to a way better life, and you don't take it. You sit there and you just want to look at it. That's how I feel. I'm a golden key. I just sit there and you just want to look at it because it's pretty. But you don't want to take it and make it your own. You just want to look at it. Why? I don't like that. That's dumb. And if I had a girl that really liked me in that, and so to speak, and she talked to me in that, and then, you know, if I was ready to be in a relationship, there's actually a couple of them out there from high school and that. Where's the chest at? Did I get the chest? No. I'll tell you. Well, I take her up an offer. There's this one girl. Her name's, I think her name's Vicky. And, you know, she was the bombshell in high school. Like, when she was like 16 or 17, I think she was a year older than me. She was redonkulously sexy. She's still very sexy now. She's just older. And, like, I would have to say, oh, that would be honestly, that'd be a pussy I would love to get into. That'd be super nice to just plow that all day long. Anyway.
I am overburdened.
She lives rather close. And I see her every now and again when I'm walking around that. And she was up at, she came up to Taco Bell. Check out, I think she came up to the White Castles and Taco Bell. And we flirted, like we were talking that and interacted like that. And the telltale sign that she really liked me. Because she called me cute and that. And I'm like, okay, I get called that a lot. And I told her, like, yeah, you're like one of the hottest girls in high school, honestly. And she's like, why didn't you say anything in that? It's like, well, because I didn't know that you liked me. I mean, you're now talking to me after it's been, what, 14 years. 15 years. That's a long time. And it's fine, it's cool. You know my name, so you can look me up on Facebook. I mean, obviously, you know, you might think about that. Yeah, I would. But I have a problem that I like to help people. I like to make a lot of women pregnant. I like to make a lot of women happy. You know, because that's how I see life. But it doesn't work 100% like that, because it can't. But yeah, I'll hit her up in that. She definitely got the looks I like. And she's very pretty face. she's got enormous boobs and that. Like, they're abnormally. They're like definitely on a on average scale. She looks great. But yeah, I think she would rock my world. She would definitely be a satisfier. The biggest thing is she's older and I want a younger woman, and the age definitely I would date her, and I'd probably spend the rest of my life with this woman. But I can't have kids with someone that's I can't have kids with a woman that's in their 30s and 40s. Can That's my biggest preference, which is why I want a younger woman. I'll love them to be the same. Like I said, there's a number of women in high school that had crushes on me, that liked me, and never interacted with me because they were scared or they didn't see it that way. Tons of them, actually. But nowadays, as you get older, you start to see in a different way. Because I need to get me some food, actually. Go back. Okay, Z's. Hi, backsies. Oh, man, I had to get some. Oh, I had to get some milk. I was drinking a little bit up there. I get something in me. Ha. Oh. So far, so good. Well, I'm out now. One more level. Then I can get Charge Strike, which is really good. But yeah, I don't know when this girl is gonna start. But honestly, if it is that other girl from if it's a girl from Taco Bell and that, and she like actually like grew the fuck up and stopped being a little like baby, and actually like tell the damn truth, and yeah, I picked that up. Honestly, I would. I mean, honestly, I think she's very attractive looking, very, very sexy woman in that. And she's actually a pretty cool person. I mean, when she actually is not, like, lying about stupid ass shit. Because, like, when we got really close to each other, we actually started expressing ourselves. That's when I was finding myself. We were, and, like, I just speak the truth in it. Like, we were, you know, screwing around that. And she was like, she's like, I don't want anyone to find out that me and you are doing this. I'm like, why does it matter if they do or don't? I always ask that question. I always ask, you know, a positive or like a yes or no kind of thing. So why does it matter if they do or don't? Well, because then my reputation, or the reputation of what? Like, you work at fucking Taco Bell. Yes, you are a manager. Who gives a shit? You're a manager, so. Had nothing to do with that. It's because you had a boyfriend. That's all it was. That's all it was. You had a boyfriend that, and you couldn't. So say, have him find out that you were fucking around with another guy. And then she played the bad guy thing. But she also did it in a way that was just like, sometimes it's my fault, sometimes it's his fault. But the truth be told, she still liked doing stuff with the dude. And this is where the psychological shit started happening. That she didn't realize that she was hurting me, and I told her this. I said, you have someone to go home to. You have someone to have sex with. You have someone to smile with. And I remember telling her this. I don't have anything to go home to besides myself. So when you play these games with a guy, and you think feminists or whatever the fuck whatever women like to pretend to think that's true, then you're only ones that have emotions. You're about as dumb as the shit that I'm about to leave in a toilet. Stupid, non-existent. How dare you to be like that? To understand a man's emotions is for them to understand you? Yeah. Emotions vibe outwards. If I like someone, what do we do? What do male biological organisms, like a male biological, we spit out pheromones. Come on, does anyone even know what the fuck they do? Pheromones is a scent. our body spreads it out to attract women to have kids with. It's part of nature. It's a feeling thing. We express our hormones out there. We throw pheromones out there. And as soon as it goes into a girl's nose, when you say certain things in that, when you throw out your pheromones, you're being charming or being sweet towards someone. You're giving emotional attention to that person. Those smell that. Same thing with women. We'll both smell each other's pheromones tonight, and guess what happens? We want to fuck like rabbits. We get extremely excited. We want to be closer to that person. We want to touch that person. We want to kiss that person. You want to be interactive with that person. That's how I was with that girl at Taco Bell. 100% wanting to just be with this person. Even talked about having kids together. Like bringing it all in and saying, yeah, I don't mind. Had massive amount of happiness going through me in that. Because I had that person. I had something to look forward to, supposedly. But when that trust was broken, it went all to shit. And she knows it. But she still won't go through with it. Why? Survival. He has a better survival rate than I do. He makes more money than I do. And that's about it, also. Everything else, I can't say he's an average guy, but compared to me, he's like, you know, I'm like a needle in a haystack. He's like the whole stack of hay. He's just an average common man. He's one of the guys that sits back in a club and drinks beers with his friends and that and just sits there and try to act like people know. That's the kind of person that do this. Not a bad guy, but he's definitely not in touch with himself. Now, will this girl ever come back? There's a huge chance. You know. And when I at least slowly approach it, yeah, I would. Obviously, it'd be really, really fucking heavy. If she ever did get her shit together in that, and got confidence and said, you know what, and tell the damn truth and not say, I gotta go my separate ways, you know, because I think it's my feelings are not telling me that I don't want to be with you anymore. You know, I can't stand the way that you are in that, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, how much it might break this person's heart? You already broke my fucking heart. We engaged in very intimate stuff together. It was like, yeah, it was hot and heavy. It was like the most hot and heavy like thing that I ever did. It was very hot and heavy, especially when I made my move on her that. I remember like it was yesterday. It's been over like 2016. It's been about 6 years now. I remember the whole entire scene. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I would love every aspect of that ass. I mean, that person. That wasn't a pun. That was literally like actual thing. I mean, I think about her. You know, I do things. You know, I masturbate to her and that. max with her. That's how heavy it was. I still think about her. You know, I think about her. You know, I think about her face, the way her butt looked in that, the way that she would like crawl over me in that. But she climbed me like a fucking tree. It was ridiculous. I know how some girls like be like climbing me like, yeah, she climbed me like a damn tree. She'd always jump on top of me. She'd always want me to be, you know, wrap her legs around me and be as close as she could. That's just how it was, and it was nice. I enjoyed it. It was just the broken promises. That's what I did not enjoy. Oh. And that's why there's always issues. But yeah, that's just how it is. So I'm gonna get off for a little bit because I'm gonna get back on. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, and I think I gotta cut the front yard. And if not, I'll just do it tomorrow. I really don't care right now because I'm still trying to wake up in that. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on here in a little bit. We'll do some more stuff, and I just gotta wake the fuck up for real. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Have a good one. That I will be back on. See ya.